Welcome back to Stars Without Numbers, Children of the... Oh, whoops.
Children of the Numbers.
Children of the Numbers.
Welcome back to Stars Without Numbers, Children of the Phoenix. You guys are currently in the Hall of Dawn Lord Wakisaka Masamichi. Just after a cleanup in the public bath, and you are headed back to the main hall for a feast of the finest sushi with real fish.
Ooh,
so as you,
Yes,
fish that you've probably never ever had before, from the recently rediscovered solar system of Mert Eckert. So as you walk back in, you see that table has been laid out, a long table with the pillows and whatnot to be sitting on, and many different types of sushi have been prepared. Quite a feast. Different types of alcoholic beverages and things, and there's a spread the likes of you've never seen before. In fact, you're certain that the cost of the food on the table is more than the bounty that you have been paid for certain. So Masamichi is already seated and has already started digging into the food. Ooh. And he is, as he sees you, he smiles and gestures for you to join him.
I dig in.
Yep. Sit down and start chomping on some sushi.
Do you not want him to rescind this offer?
No. It's too
I
late.
try to keep things modest. I try to.
I'm trying to like spill sushi all over your front. You know?
Yes, yeah.
No, Mason seemed like he was like jumping into it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take everything nice and slow.
Yeah, you don't want to get into upset stuff.
So as you bite into the food, you can immediately tell the difference between it and anything else you've ever eaten in your life. You've never known that food could taste so good. If it was possible for your soul to float out of your body and to have like an out-of-body experience because of the food you are eating, you would be having one right now. You finally understand why someone like Youngjin would risk his life to steal a secret recipe for this, or why a bounty of 2,500 gold would be put on his head. So as you eat, Masamichi, he doesn't seem to make any small talk at first. He, in fact, if you glance over at him, you see that even though he's got to be used to eating this type of food every day, he is, after all, the owner of the company that imports it and makes it. Every single bite he takes, he just relishes as if he has never tasted it before. Yes.
Oh, wow.
He seems to be in exquisite bliss.
I'm crying tears of joy.
Max
I may crack a smile.
I wanna see is he really savoring it that much? Use my empathy.
Yes, yeah. He's
not faking it. He's not putting on the show.
Feel his joy.
So why don't you roll a perception check for me?
Can I?
Well, it's
Can I use security to break past his emotional barriers to see what he's really feeling?
Yeah, I want to hack his reactions to this sushi.
Yeah. You've not yet unlocked that minigame. You have to get a couple more relationship points and maybe a small cutscene. But once you get there, then you have the heart lock picking minigame.
Oh, I gotta up my persona level.
It says the target may make a mental effect saving throw to prevent the mind reading. Does that mean that someone can tell when they're being empathy read?
No. So when you're using a psionic ability on someone, for those that affect people, it's the psionic saving throw represents the difficulty of being able to affect someone else's mind, but psionic abilities, it's almost impossible to, unless you have been specially trained to know that one is being used on you, to know that. Most of the time, you just don't feel it. Even if your brain rejects it, you won't know that it is happening.
Yeah, unless they've knowingly been subject to it before, they wouldn't even know what that was.
He does have the psychic buddy guy.
Yes.
So Maybe,
Okay, I'm not gonna list that.
he does have that psionic dressed in the black robes of the.
The
high
psionic is
collar
probably
of the
trained in
academy.
anti-psionics.
Well, I mean, that's just one level in meta psionics.
So I'm not.
I look over.
Of course, he would have to touch.
I'm gonna
you
keep
in
eating
order-
my
Oh,
sushi.
no, I mean, I'm just referring to the first
Delicious.
one, which is you get
Oh.
+2 to saving throws.
Oh
to
yeah,
psionics.
well
yeah.
yes.
That's the only
Yeah.
defense of psionics there is.
Oh.
I look over to Lucas. Yes.
Mhm.
Say, what if they could put this on pizza?
I mean,
pizza!
It would be amazing, but
Masamichi says, "What is this pizza you speak of?
Ah. So,
It is a food, and you notice that he seems genuinely interested in the fact that
he's a
you're
foodie.
talking.
He doesn't get out.
Can pizza be made in this world? Because it requires tomato for the tomato sauce.
it requires
It requires
Oh,
wheat.
flour.
It has
Flour.
all of these. Most food products have been
synthesize.
replaced with
They're-
synthesized.
Okay, so
versions.
it's synthesized. So it's like bagel bites or
Yep.
something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. No, the big thing is that there's general cultures of like what type of food you eat, and because he's part of Dawn, he most likely wouldn't have.
Known as the Italian pizza.
Yeah.
But
But
are all of the
if you've
corporations
traveled, so there for the most part, the corporations have they tend to be one of like they tend to come out of one of three different cultures. So there's corporations that are mostly like Japanese culture. There are corporations that are mostly Chinese, and some that are mostly Korean.
And those are the ones that are prevalent on Hub.
Yes, those are the ones that are prevalent, stretching back from the original corporations when they were actually companies instead of countries. But there were employees and stuff when the scream happened that were like working for them that were obviously not Chinese, Japanese, or Korean. So you have other cultures mixed in as well. So you could have had pizza. But that's more like the thing that you would have
read or
had in like Edge or one of the unaffiliated like.
Maybe you're thinking of what is it, Tonomakatsu?
Yeah, and it would only be like really crappy versions.
Well,
So
it
I don't even know what good
also would have
pizza
had to
is.
have changed because like pizza back in like the Roman times was made with like fish paste or something. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't ruin pizza.
Synthesized fish paste.
It was pretty weird back then.
Well, whichever pizza canon there is, I will lavishly start going into the utmost detail about it.
And as he finds out more,
Yeah,
and more,
no,
he's false.
whatever you can imagine, we'll say that's the food that is part of a town that you visited, perhaps when you guys were on a mission somewhere, hunting a bounty.
Ooh.
Okay, so yeah, he sort of like he nods, and you can see him like thinking. He's like, yes, I will have to send one of my chefs to investigate. This sounds very interesting.
I mean, you could also get it delivered.
Delivered?
Yeah, you can call them up and they'll send it. They'll like they'll make it there and then they'll bring it to you. It's pretty convenient.
How barbaric!
I mean,
they don't make it in their own household.
I mean, it's kind of like nice because like someone brings you food, from across town.
It does seem strange though. Atmosphere is a very big part of the experience of eating, isn't it?
Strange, and you eat this pizza without fear of being poisoned or
you don't even
There's always that fear.
You don't even eat it, but you don't even eat it with.
Didn't even think about that till now, but
you eat it with your hands.
You give
out
it
of pure necessity.
You give a slice to
You
your
don't even
friends
use
first to
utensils.
see if they pass out, and then if they don't, you take more.
That's why they're so big.
That's why they're so big.
Some of our foods, but the entire thing, if what Maximillion says is true, it's a very saucy food.
Ooh, very saucy.
Yet you do not eat it with any sort of utensils. It's not even chopsticks.
no, it's part of the experience. It's kind of
Yes, it's supposed to be messy.
yeah.
Oh no, you could use chopsticks for very thin slices if you don't want to make a mess.
No, that sounds like it would ruin the experience. This sounds like an essential part, just like the perfect balance of ingredients on the plate forms the apex of the sushi. Yes.
Yes, and the true pizza connoisseur will rub the slice on his face before consumption.
Really?
Yes.
It adds the other sense, because normally you only eat, you get smell and taste. This adds feel to it as well.
Truly, food is one of the greatest arts.
Indeed it is.
So
Yeah.
he claps his hands, and the servant you saw earlier who led you in approaches and bows, and he says, Wakasaka says to him, Daiwan, go tell the new chef. I don't even know his name yet. He's not yet proven himself. Tell him that I have a mission for him. I will tell him about later. There is a food among some of the outlying lands. Perhaps it is known as pizza, and I will require that he go out and study with a master pizza chef and learn the ways of this. And only then will he come back to me. And if he proves himself, I will make him a second-rate chef. And he bows. Daiwan bows and he says, I will refer this honor to him immediately, sir.
So you don't get out to the outland area very often?
Oh no, it is very dangerous to go beyond the walls as a Dawn Lord myself. I have many enemies, especially with the business, as you have heard. You are all here because you've brought the agent of one of my enemies to me. Very, very sad tale that. My own brother paid this man, this lowly rat, to steal one of my prized sushi recipes. Not that my brother could do anything with this recipe, as he is not ventured into the food industry, but is merely the fact that he was able to get away with it. The dishonor is...
How much is there to this recipe? It's just a fish and rice.
He laughs gently and then does not answer your question.
Rats! One of these days I'll get the secret sushi recipe.
But how have you liked the food?
It was divine.
It's been good.
Life-changing.
I'm so glad you liked it. I must admit that part of the experience of making it is that every once in a while I get to see others take the great pleasure that I do in my own food. So I'm so glad that you like it. Now, as to the deed you have done for me, I admit that bringing young Jin back was not the sole reason for my posting of this bounty, as you might have guessed.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
Me.
Yes, in fact, there are many plans that are coming to a head, and I have need of some people, people who are have your sort of skills, as you might have guessed. People who have discretion.
Discretion.
Yes, you've shown yourself to be capable.
Yes, we are known for our discretion.
Yes, we know this word.
Yes.
It means things.
Would you have interest in further business?
Oh, why, yes.
Indeed.
I'm interested in some details, yeah.
Yeah, so, I don't know if you have heard, it's not yet been announced on the main channels, but, there's going to be an expedition soon. Expedition out from our planet. The planet that we have lived in, stuck away from the stars for the last 400 so years. And, in this expedition, Dawn will be the lead corporation. We have use for individuals such as yourself.
To the stars.
Well, how long would such an expedition take? And what dangers do you expect to face?
Well, it is undiscovered territory. In fact, we have only recently discovered an entirely new race of beings. the Quetzal, if you've been following the news, but who knows? Untold dangers, but also untold profitability.
We would merely be bodyguards for these explorers?
Oh no, it is. There are new dangers and new challenges amongst the stars, and that is where people like yourselves, people who can be deniable in the end if certain plans fall through.
Now, I must ask, since we're bounty hunters, we specialize in extraction and killing.
Capture?
Sorry, yes. Kills, capturing, extraction, and killing. How would these skills translate to an expedition?
Well, mostly, in particular, there are. Well, I suppose I could give you a little secret. We already have been exploring the stars. In fact, this sushi comes from one of our earliest expeditions to Mert Eckhart. You see, one of our main procurers of fish on Mert Eckhart, he I'm sad to say that he's abandoned the house and gone native. It is unfortunate, but we must have him back. He cannot be let to go free. And is things like this, they just have seemed to crop up ever since we've explored other territory. There are natives that don't necessarily have the same goals in mind as our great corporations, and in addition, there are dangers that we have to do with individuals amongst the population, maybe individuals amongst the other households as well. The corporations don't always get along well together.
Of course. Okay.
Well, it is not anything that you have to accept right away, of course. I will have Daiwan give you our special bounty room access code, and if you are interested, you will receive word when the time comes. I will inform you that there will be a great movement in about a week, but until then, nothing is urgent.
What do you mean by a great movement?
Why the expedition? It leaves in a week.
Okay, that's
I
just want to use that.
No one uses the word.
Well, I thank you for joining me in this meal, and of course the Daiwan will attend to your payment.
Okay then.
Nice.
Okay, very well.
You got it.
Pleasure.
Yes, pleasure. So generous. So nice.
It is my hope that you will join us in these new ambitions. Opportunities our grandfathers have never dreamed of. But if you are not ambitious men, then I understand. With that, he gives you a small nod, and then he turns and he gets up and walks away. Just seems to immediately forget your presence at the table. So you can continue to eat if you'd like. He starts like gesturing to his guards and things.
I will continue to eat.
Yes.
I'll eat my fill, because it's not. I mean, we're not going to get this type of meal again.
No,
anytime soon.
Yeah. So several servants like approach him, and he has conversations with them, and then he turns to his Sonic bodyguard and seems to make some hand motions, and then they head out of the room.
They disappear. Small logs appear.
Yes. As you continue eating, Daiwan comes back, and then he bows to you and says, "You gentlemen, you may continue eating as long as you wish, as the master has said. What is the account that I should deposit this 2,500 gold to?"
Hold up my cred stick.
We have a
It's
shared
yeah.
or we have a company account.
The project. Yeah. Project Reiki.
$$sign.
Yes. So
Is it Reiki?
you give him a shared account number.
Project Reiki.
And he takes out a compad, runs a couple.
Who wants to manage that joint account?
I'll manage it.
Okay, sweet.
All right.
This is 2,500.
2,500. Yep. So he swipes that across, and you see it appear in your account.
Gonna get matching bodysuits, right?
Yeah, that matching the suits that auto repair themselves. Let's just never again.
So he
such a waste of money.
And then after he's done sliding the creds across, he says, "And you do have a bounty group name, do you not? I must know what to who to send this invite to the private bounty posting board of the Ichidan company."
Yes, we are known as
Project Reiki.
Project Reiki.
Oh, I was assuming we'd all say it at the same time.
No.
Good job.
You should assume that. You should assume I would never say it at the same time.
No, I was just waiting. I was like, yeah, someone else can say it.
The three of you raised your hands.
We were just like,
I'm like,
Project Reiki!
Yeah!
Yeah! Yeah!
Reiki.
Yeah, Project Reiki! Yeah! Yeah!
we're in.
Okay, so he
One day these wounds will heal.
as you give him the name, he sort of you see him like type it in, and then you see his like eyebrows raise a little bit as he sees like your profile comes across, and it's like there's like nothing that's of worth mention. This is like the highest bounty that you guys have ever gotten.
We've had a couple
Do they have,
jobs.
You guys have had jobs, but most of them were before you guys had a group name. You were just known as those four guys. Maybe have psionic
so we don't have
powers
many
who
like
can,
on the record.
Yeah.
I mean, there was also those times where we realized we'd signed up for a delivery service instead of a bounty hunter service. That took
some courier work.
That took a while to sort out.
Accidentally signed up for one of those like knife selling seminars.
fucking Amway.
Yeah.
There's a lot more knife
pyramid scheme shit.
There's a lot more knife selling and bounty hunting than I thought.
If you introduce these guys to the what product should it be?
Pyramid scheme.
I know. If you introduce 10 of your friends to Crazy Cow, you get 2 free crates of Crazy Cow. Now that's the best deal ever.
You gotta increase your DPI, so buy more today.
Oh yeah. So is this
your
like
friends can say everybody can drink Crazy Cow, 18 and up only, please.
So
please,
like,
as in it's not a law. It's just, you have to make it. Just tell them not. You just have to say it.
Crazy Cow is just like 4 Loko chocolate milk.
Yep.
God.
Oh,
yeah. It's like a 4 Loko and a Yoo-hoo.
I'm wondering, is this this page?
Fuck
is it like a profile page with like group photos and everything? Can we have like the beach photo?
Yeah.
We have a photo with us all striking poses and
just like
sits there looking grumpy.
It's basically like it's like MySpace, Facebook,
with bounty hunting.
Yeah, MySpace. Get it?
I
get
it.
Okay. Yeah. So he raises his eyebrows, but you get a little invite pops up on your compads. And then he sort of like bows, and he walks back. He hangs near in case like in earshot, but he's not. He's not.
Wait, is there anyone watching us?
Yeah, there's still probably like 8 guards.
Okay.
There are those like full armor ceremonial bodyguard guys that are just constantly standing in the shadows between like the pillars on the sides, and they're just always standing there at attention.
You're not gonna steal some fish.
No.
That was the whole reason they got like It's like then we're gonna have a bounty out on us, like for stealing.
No, we're gonna have a bounty out on Mason.
I wanted to steal it to eat it.
Eventually, so as you reach like
Whatever.
the end of the food, and you guys are all getting you guys are all getting pretty full. You see or rather you see Lord Wakisaka sort of walk out of the hallway, and young Jin is being like muscled behind him, and then they like start to walk down another hallway, and as they go, you can hear Lord Wakisaka saying, sort of the hallways are very echoey here, so you can hear him say, "Now what should we do with a traitorous rat like yourself that sold my treasured sushi recipe to my brother for a title and a life of luxury? You were one of my best chefs too. I know just the thing. I'm having him over for lunch tomorrow. I don't have anything prepared, but I'm sure you can help with that. Can't you, young Jin? The very best chefs put a little something into their work, don't they?" And then
I look at the food that we're eating. I keep eating.
Are you sure that it's fish?
We've never.
I know we've never had fish before.
People.
Has anyone here eaten a person before? Does this taste similar?
Have we?
No.
We probably
I
haven't.
don't know.
I
Probably not.
Not that I
because
can remember,
It's
but I can't
still
remember
a really
that far.
big taboo.
I'm not quite
figure
like
out of
Tom
everyone
Hardy. I'm
here,
not quite
it'd be
taboo
you. I mean,
In
yet.
fact, I would
Being
think it's an even
hands
bigger
with
taboo.
someone, you've never just like
I mean,
had
It's
a little
probably
nibble.
like the greatest
You know what they say, you never
taboo
wanna know how to make the
possible
sausage.
because it's no
True.
one would ever come into a situation where you would need to eat somebody.
Are you talking about taboo like the TV show Taboo?
No, I'm
We're
talking
talking-
about
Because that's a
thing.
part of that show.
Are we
I'm
talking
talking
about
about like cultural taboos.
Oh,
Like
we're not talking about the board game taboo?
let's see. You're gonna need to act out what eating a person would look like, and then they have to guess who the person was and
How they tasted.
Like,
how they tasted.
is there like an alternative?
Yeah, because food is
Eater
so
called
easy to make.
tabuki?
It's like
Instead of
it
cookie?
costs almost nothing. Let's just say
Sorry.
you don't even have to pay for food at the most basic level. You pay for lodging, you pay for everything else, but food is just like everyone has your food, your basic gruel that you can just get by showing up at a food kitchen
Wow, that's
because they can
That's
just
real nice.
they just make it. It's that
Sweet.
tech level. So
Sweet.
with that, you're done with your meal. Daiwan he sort of steps up now and tells you that he'll bring you back to the entrance and expects you to follow him once again, and off you guys go.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
no trouble.
Mhm.
So when you re-catch your auto rickshaw cab back to your place of stay. So you guys have just been in the city for a couple days. You spent a couple, or rather a week. You've been in the city for about a week. You spent the last couple days like tracking down young Jin, figuring out his movements and whatnot. Where have you guys been staying here in Asakawa City?
I'd say
In a hotel.
we're probably all sharing the same room at a hotel with 2 beds.
Okay.
Like,
And
we can't afford more than one room.
yeah.
Why not?
So what
Well, I mean,
what sort of
you want to
lifestyle?
blow away our
would
money?
you- What sort of lifestyle would
Like,
you guys say that you guys have been living?
We're not in some moderate sort of position where we'd be able to get our own beds.
Well, we live pretty minimally. Like,
I'm not
Like-
eating beans.
all right, so we're
So-
back at our nice
Yeah.
one-room hotel.
Wait,
Oh,
okay.
right. So
Okay,
I was saying
we're
that we
doing
live-
this by the book. Are you guys living in a slum?
No.
You guys living poor?
No.
What-
Common?
Common.
It's common.
What
Okay.
we focus
15
on.
gold per person per day.
Sure. That's
What?
That's a lot, actually. Holy
Yeah.
God, we can't afford that
I'm not
shit.
eating.
We have
bean-
2,500.
Yeah, that
We
only
just
gives
got
us
paid.
living things for like 10
That's
days.
actually that's really not that much.
We're
You
about
should have
to
given us way more. If
we're
that's
about to
how
go
expensive
on a
living is.
mission.
I know, but this will last us.
That only
hopefully until
pays for our living expenses for
Like-
a little over a month.
Oh,
41
it's over
days.
a month. Okay.
That's really good. One job to
You
be-
guys
I
got
guess-
1 month of wages in a day? Actually, it was about a week, but
still.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
good. And we didn't die.
Okay.
That's lifestyle. So it's like you buy regular clothes, you go out to bars, you eat food. So we're gonna. It'll cover your.
Everything.
So when
It'll cover all the narration stuff
hold
that
on,
in
though.
other systems.
When
they're
you-
like, that'll be 3 gold for that chicken.
When you pick common,
Yes.
when you pick common, does that entail like sharing one room at a hotel?
No.
Does that fall under common?
No, you guys
we
would each have your own room.
Good.
Yeah.
I would think like poor would be a split between a couple rooms, and then slum is like us all in one
crammed in like a
room.
one
It's like we have one
Poor
hotel
would be,
room.
You guys have
It's got a
one-
twin bed,
one
and everyone
hotel
else
room,
sleeps
but
on the
it's got
floor.
2 twin
Yep.
beds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, slum would be like there is no bed and you sleep on the floor.
Right.
In
Well,
one room
We all definitely prioritize
with your
being
grandparents.
minimalist, though. Because
Well,
since-
I mean, we grew up with nothing.
do
so
I do.
I would
just
say
naturally.
I would say that we should.
My kid
but-
grew up with
minimalist?
nothing.
Or
That's
in
why
my-
he is
in
so
my personality,
crazy and
Oh,
outgoing.
okay.
Is because he wants
I
to have
do
something,
things
so he goes above and
minimalist,
beyond
yeah.
to compensate.
We're in
Yeah,
dangerous
so are you a
situations.
compensator or are you this is how I live?
This is how I live.
Okay.
Nah, gotta
Okay.
live fancy and nice because we don't have real lives.
Well, we
It
do
gives
need,
our lives purpose.
we need to be able to like pack up and leave like in minutes.
Missing a note
Like we
card?
can't just have tons of shit.
Missing a note card.
Yes, Captain.
Dang.
Whatever you say, Captain. I have my, just as long as you don't go into my chest.
I use my empathy to figure out if you're sincere.
Just don't touch my chest.
Okay.
Don't
Touching your
chest?
chest.
don't fucking
Can we?
don't open it.
Can we?
Please
No,
Oh,
I'm touching-
oh,
I'm
I
touching your
thought
chest.
Oh.
Yeah. That's fine.
don't tell him.
Can we
Okay.
call
No,
everyone?
I have a chest in my
Nip-
place.
nipple golf. What?
We're gonna call everyone.
Okay,
Captain.
so you guys
Right, Captain?
Radio.
you guys live in
Captain.
common?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys live in common. Will somebody Nick, are you in charge of
Like the
the
rapper?
math?
I am in charge of the
Okay,
accounts.
so you'll
And the
keep track of
accountants.
that.
So how many days are going by here? At
Right now we're
at
it's still the
40 a
same day.
No. At
60.
60 a day.
Yep, it'll be 60 a day. So far,
It didn't
we'll
help
say
we
that so
spent
far your
hundreds at
accounts
the
have been
brothel.
paid up. So starting
wanted
the
to.
next day, you'll have to track that
Hey,
stuff.
it was all Silas's.
So you guys get back. You get back
No,
to your
not
room.
any of that was my money. None of it.
You guys, you're still. Some of you are still like you did get to take a shower, and you got like loner robes for the feast, but actually they let you walk out with them too. So
Oh,
if you
wow,
wanted-
nice.
free robes.
Excellent.
yeah, but it's sort of like
Good
kind of like
knowledge,
bathrobe, like
Oh, I
you
did.
guys weren't.
Sweet.
It's not normally what you'd be living the house with, but people won't raise too many eyebrows.
Might as well.
Like I got the cred stick with 420 gold on it.
Oh yeah, let's see.
Where did you find that?
I was in the bodyguard guy.
Okay.
Do you want that to be
So
part of the
it
group?
is.
I mean, sure, why
It's
not?
probably about
So
noon
4:20?
now.
Okay.
Because
Every day.
it took you guys like overnight in order to do the hospital stuff,
Right.
and then you guys went there pretty early in the morning. So you've had a nice lunch and you're back at the flat. So you're probably in like the upper half of the foreign quarter.
Okay.
Bottom to top gets nicer the higher you're
Yeah,
up.
yeah. So
Yeah,
right-
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So you get back to your flat, and it's also one that you've scoped out where the landlord doesn't raise eyebrows at the weaponry you track in and out of there.
Mm-hmm. And we have good like exit strategy and view of the entrance.
Your neighbors are like basically bodyguards for various merchant caravan type stuff.
Oh yeah.
So
That makes sense why they wouldn't
pilots and things.
bat an eye about the guns.
Yeah, so you guys bring your gear in and settle down.
Clean it and
So
clean.
are we all in like the same 4-bedroom apartment, or do we have 4 apartments next to each other?
I think if they were connected, that'd be
I
ideal.
think you guys are in like a 4-bedroom apartment.
Roommate. We got like ourselves a roommate situation.
Yeah. We have to like write our name on all our food.
Silas.
I mean, you guys have only been there a week, so you probably don't have your punk rock posters
We have a
up
confessional
yet.
room.
I'm a nester. My stuff is splayed out on the kitchen table and the counter.
I keep telling you, we need to be able to leave at a moment's notice. We don't know.
I don't care what happened, but
No, Max.
We're gonna leave all this
Every time he moves,
I go to my
he just
room.
leaves all the
I
old
lock
stuff
the
behind and
door.
purchases new stuff.
Yeah.
Because
Such a
that's
trail.
how he
We're supposed to be.
that's how he like ratified that's how he lives into his new personality.
he's haunting
Yeah.
right now.
Validates
He's
him.
haunting with his stuff.
Yeah. So
We're gonna get caught by somebody.
Look, I need
We're
a
gonna get
separate
evicted.
bowl
Yeah.
for
It's
every
gonna be
condiment because I don't want them to mix.
Worst.
Well, that makes sense.
person.
That does make sense. You don't want.
I leave them.
you guys have your rhythms. You're
Creates a
cleaning
crust.
out
condiments.
You're cleaning your weapons.
Oh my
you're
God.
checking for holes in your armor. Some of you that almost died are like you have to do some
I do
patching up.
whatever needs to be done to make sure my coat is in tip-top shape.
Okay.
I don't care.
Am I able to do anything to get
Yeah,
myself
so you
just back
notice
up
that
to
like
where I
one
was at?
track
You
of
just
LEDs
slowly
on
heal.
like the left side just like aren't
Has
turning
enough
on
time.
I can
anymore
heal
after
you
you
some more,
fell down
but it
with
would
that
add
broken
system strain.
table. So you're probably gonna
So
need
there's
to
no-
like
I'm just
purchase
wondering how
something
much time has passed.
if you want
Okay.
that fixed.
but
Or
then-
you could go looking around for like an electro tailor, but
Sterling,
who even knows if it'd be cheaper than getting and just
Sterling.
buying a new one?
how much time has passed from for me to heal? I'm wondering how much
Yeah.
time has passed.
What between now and the
Um,
event?
yeah.
that
Well, it's been
we've-
one day.
that we've been invited to.
I can give you long term.
No, you don't
care.
have to do anything if it's like if I heal naturally. I just want to know how much I've
Yeah.
healed.
Well,
How much do you
on
heal
long term care, I can
personally?
give you 2d6 per day.
That's not augmented by con or anything?
I don't want to. I don't want to
that's
deal.
normally-
I don't want to deal with system strain.
Normally
I
it's
just
one.
that's
I
without
believe
system
it's. This is
It's
under
just a med
systems.
kit of just healing you up is
I don't
1d6
want
per
to just
day.
throw something out there. Let's see.
It would make sense.
You don't want me to
We have
just
very-
heal all the way back
we
up?
have
'Cause
very
that's what
little
I
health.
want.
2 to 6 sounds like a lot.
I just want to heal. All the
Okay,
way.
so
To heal.
so when you wake up, so did you guys get a chance to actually sleep?
No.
Probably
No,
not. No. So
that's
you guys
true.
haven't
Right.
regained
Have
any
a
health
long-
yet.
a long day.
Yeah, you guys might want to crash.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Okay, I'm going.
that midday life because you spent like
I
the
locked
whole
the door to my
evening
room.
like staking out the place, figuring out the restaurant, the bar rather that you guys were gonna go to have a good view. So yeah, you guys crash. When are you gonna reconvene? 8 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah, sure.
That
Yeah, so
night
then we
shift?
have time to shop and
Yeah.
do stuff.
Or order some pizza.
Oh,
Order some pizza. Okay. So
they have teriyaki pizzas. Okay,
there is a
they do.
You've picked up a taste for pizza somewhere, and you found that there's a local joint.
Suddenly.
Some expatriates from Edge from that they had to move once Edge was destroyed. They're set up a pizza joint. It's called Edge Lords Pizza, and you can get that delivered to your flat.
Nice.
Pizza rock.
That's good.
Yeah, so there's some pretty funny guys. Like you've been in there in person. They're pretty much like Yakuza. You're like, what are these guys doing running a pizza joint? They've got like they're like really burly. They've got like scars. They like every time like they've got guys coming in and out constantly, and they're always like, "Oh hey bro, what's up? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, just head into the back." You don't know what goes on in the back, but they make a fine pizza.
Yeah, they
Like,
do. They do
really
it well.
good pizza.
Make it real good.
It's lit.
Hi, my name is Sasuke. I'll be your edgelord today. what can I get you?
No.
So, are you guys ordering the pizza to arrive after you're done sleeping?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Okay, lifestyle cost for everything else is common, but for pizza, it's rich.
You're just throwing in
This
the
is
next.
a pizza day.
You guys tip high.
Oh yeah.
That's how they get it to be delivered so fast.
Okay. So you guys wake up and to
Breakfast
a
pizza.
compad
How good do I
ring.
feel?
Oh.
How good do I feel now that I've
Hey
slept?
bro, your
Natural
pizza's
healing.
here.
I'll find that. Someone
so
the phone was
buzz me up.
Yeah, I'm buzzing.
Hello?
I'll buzz
Okay. Okay, so you buzz him up. The door opens and it's,
order a really expensive pizza. Don't answer the door.
Pranks.
You see the guy with like this total pompadour with the sticking out the front.
Yes.
And he's just sort of looking off to one side. And he's like standing like, and he's got the pizza in one hand. He goes, "Oh hey bro, here's your pizza. Nice and fresh."
Thank you. Have we? I'll scan the cred stick or whatever you gotta do.
Thanks. And remember, who you think we are anyway? And then he turns around and
What?
I love these guys.
I think they're Yakuza, right?
Can we work for them?
You gain your hit points.
Yeah,
equal to your
maybe
level.
when you guys were before you were bounty hunters, maybe like scope them out
When
for
you
like a
wake
part-time job.
If you spend the
And
day
they have a
doing nothing
really
but resting, you gain
weird
additional hit
like
points equal to your
hiring
level.
process. Like
Plus
it's
2
pretty
more
sketchy.
for
Like
every
they were
level
like
of
show up
technical
at this
success.
abandoned building and then make sure you're prepared for an all-nighter and you don't have any like health problems, so
Yeah. That checks out.
You don't need
your pizza's really good. Really, really good.
Nice.
Does anyone wanna do anything? You do have your normal procedure of getting new bounties, but maybe you guys want to go shopping first.
I want to have a group meeting about whether or not we're actually going to take this job.
I agree. Group meeting.
I can't have a meeting without my coat.
You're eating pizza. We're sitting around
We're
in the
inside.
place.
You can put your coat on if you want. It's right over there.
It's broken. It's about the aesthetics. If you don't dress
We
for
can
business,
have
you can't
To
do
put the
business.
coat on, damn
So-
it.
Do you walk around and you knock and you're like house meeting?
Yeah.
We're gonna have a house meeting.
No,
Everybody
I'm
in the living
like-
room.
I'm
No,
like,
all
yeah.
the doors are open.
Like, get your ass.
We're
I was
just
already
hiding in
okay.
our rooms.
Let's do this in
already
character.
in the living room.
Yeah, we're
does
eating
how does
pizza.
Silas set this up?
Well, I don't.
That's how you start the meeting. We're all around the pizza eating
Okay.
pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza.
Oh, okay.
This is like a
And I-
Teenage
He
Mutant
like
Ninja
pounds
Turtles
on your
meeting.
door to wake you up. He's like,
And
Um,
getting the lawyer.
I was already in the
Alright.
living
Pizza's
room.
here.
Yeah, pizza's here.
pizza's here. Group meeting.
Pizza's here.
Alright.
so you guys are sitting around the
My voice should be deeper.
square table.
Yes,
in
we
your
are.
living room.
No, it's a round table.
You know, if you roll the pizza up, you can eat
No
more
round
each bite.
tables in this culture.
What?
Only square tables.
Square table.
Do they have like the drapes
low
and we're all
ones,
like,
yeah.
like kneeling under them?
Yep.
Great.
Do they have rectangle?
Our legs are
Tables?
so warm.
Yes.
How about rhombus tables?
No.
Get
Peter,
out of
Peter,
here.
stop.
Okay.
I only eat it.
No, they're only
There's
diamonds.
All diamonds.
So you're having your
Diamonds are
meeting.
Yeah.
forever.
Who leads it off? Silas, you lead it off?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave.
Okay.
All right. So Silas, you have some reservations about this job?
I think.
No, I think we need to take this job.
I
Yeah,
think
we need
should.
to take this.
We
job.
definitely need to take this job. I didn't realize it was so expensive to live like this.
But what I'm asking is, do we need to prepare things before we leave?
Well, what do you need when you go into space?
We need to have nothing here in case they come to find out information about us. We need to have not a scrap.
Who? The aliens?
No, like our employers.
Why would they?
What would they find? Like
Well,
a
not gonna-
pizza box?
not gonna be sure.
Like,
Wait,
Well,
where?
information is power, and we're not gonna just
What they would
leave
find
our
out
life
that?
story.
Do you think they would find out about the chest?
Just take your fucking
They
chest
don't-
with you. Whatever's in it.
what chest?
Wait.
What
so
is this?
What, human hearts or
I don't care
know.
about the chest.
Well,
Just-
what,
you have to
what
ask.
is
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Do I need to go in your room?
Don't.
Lucas?
I mean, you can. Just don't go on the chest.
Lucas? Yes.
Do you want to pay for a storage unit to put your chest in a
why am
chest?
I
No,
not
I'll
on
take,
this?
no, I have to take it with me.
See, it weirds me out.
Oh,
because
here
normally
we
people
are.
say
Here it
don't
is.
open my chest, not don't
Here
go
we
in
go.
my chest,
Here
and
we go.
that's weirded me out.
That was
Don't go in it.
Don't go in it.
Yes, Lucas. What is Lucas worried about?
Oh, just in general, like
That
if
the
you're going to be like low,
Oh, let's buy a mind blade.
if you're trying to be a secretive bounty hunter group,
Can't
you
afford it.
have to be
That's why you steal it.
discreet in how you live
We
and
can
how
get some
you
metafocal grenades.
work.
Oh, that's precog.
Oh, okay.
Well, here's another question. Are we going to do some more work before we leave? Or are we just going to try and... Are we going to dedicate all of our time
he
to
said
getting
a
ready
week,
for us
so
leaving?
you're not sure, but
we
they
can do a
did
job.
say
Okay.
that they would send you information.
I have an idea
Yeah.
that will make us lots of money in addition to the job.
We're not going to a gambling
No,
parlor.
it's not gambling. No, I don't gamble.
We're
I
not
do
going
gamble,
to
but-
try and get in on the Yakuza
No,
poker game in the back or whatever.
No. Just, okay, think of it. You're on your slab. You're like, what do I want to watch? Stars Among the Stars. You know, this is uncharted territory. I bet there's someone out there who want to film it, get some documentation. We could be the stars in the stars.
I see what you're saying. We hang up cameras on the ship. We have a camera
The
crew.
whole point of why we got hired is that we're discreet. We're not telling anyone
We
about
build
it.
ourselves as
When
discreet.
people watch it, they're not sure if it's real
No.
or
no.
not.
No.
And then there'll be
No.
like a bunch of
No.
arguments
Take
online
that-
of whether or not we
take that
actually killed
idea.
that guy.
Put it in your chest, lock it away. Is done.
Would it be
That's not how the
possible?
chest
No.
That's not how the
That's where you
chess
keep
works.
your bad
So,
ideas.
What's funny is as soon as you say this, you realize that you've seen something like this on Bounty before.
Really?
They have a channel that's dedicated to watching professional bounty hunters doing takedowns.
I'm the dog.
Oh,
the
let's-
And they all
big
have
bad dog.
like
the bounty,
cool names,
bounty.
and they like have like the mounted cameras on their helmets and
This
stuff.
is ridiculous.
So
That could
they
be
have a
us.
highlight reel every week.
Ooh, highlight reel.
Yeah,
Extreme bounty hunting.
yeah, exactly.
I'm just asking about what our focus is going to be on. We need to focus on
You
something.
want it discreet? We can get cameras attached inside our bodies.
God
that
damn.
will-
Dude, you guys could
count.
be as famous as Phantom Blade, Yojimbo, or the Crimson Moon.
Ooh, dude. Okay, I'm serious.
All those people are fakers.
I'm
They're
calling
just
a bounty
fake.
bounty
So
today.
There are debates about that in
They're
like the forums.
extremely
It's
fake.
like, are these set up?
You're calling up bounty.
Well, later,
How can
'cause
Phantom Blade
so
be
that
so
we
dang good at crashing through
can
windows
get on the
at
highlight
like
reel.
the perfect
We
timing?
I
will
know.
be the bounty hunters that people want to see.
I respect the ambition, but I don't think this is the job. Okay? We can go find a job this week before we go, and try that out. We don't have any
This
cameras,
way,
but
we can just relax this week.
Would a week be enough for a job? I mean, why would we need to stress ourselves
Well,
out before going into space?
doing a job is like we could just find like an easy one. It was just like find this guy. He's in the city.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
is
never
it-
that
is it-
You guys,
simple.
you guys
That
have
easy.
had jobs that have turned around in a day, but those are pretty rare. Usually, it's a couple days.
I mean, there's the
Couple days.
research, the
Couple
preparation, the
Okay.
stocking, the
A
preparing.
couple
the
days goes
practicing.
longer than expected, and then it's like, "Hey, are you coming?" And then we leave a job, and that
Look,
won't look good.
we don't have to like put on a reservation or anything.
Well, it's just-
It'll just be something to do with our time for a week that
No,
isn't
I mean,
completely wasteful.
I don't know, but I have plenty of stuff I can do in a week.
Leave you alone with that chest. Who knows what you're doing?
It's
It's
not,
full
it's
of.
not, that's not
Oh
chest
god! It
works,
better not
but-
be full of what I think it's full of.
No, it'll
You
be good.
sick fuck.
Look, we can
All right.
have
Hold on.
all really cool names. We have the Doctor,
I don't
Crimson
know.
Blade.
My name is Silas.
I'm not a
I
doctor.
don't need another.
Big Mouth,
I don't need.
and
No.
Millions.
You're big mouth.
Maximillion.
You're the one who wants to
To the max.
I also bring.
ruin our job.
I also bring it up because I bring it up at every meeting.
Okay.
I bring up at every meeting how I want to know more about Project Reiki and like what actually happened to all of us. And then every single meeting, you guys always are like,
Oh,
"Nah,
come
we
on.
that's old news." The fact that we were
No, we-
abducted and then brought
We
into
all
a
wanna
program
find
as
out.
chi-
We have no
as children.
leads. We have
Look.
like literally nothing.
Yeah.
Silas, look, this is
Yeah,
about,
so how does Lucas deal with the fact that he has way less memories about the facility
Well,
than the
what-
rest of
What I want to
his
know is like
friends?
how did, because I was in the facility at the same time, but
Yeah.
did we all know each other as kids in the facility? or were we all separate in the
everybody?
Because we all had different things going on. So we all be in different.
It was probably like general population.
I assume there'd be a common area for certain things.
So you guys kind of knew each other, but
so was I in there as a kid?
We were all there as kids.
Yeah,
you were there as a kid.
Okay,
but you don't remember.
So yeah, I don't remember anything until I left.
Was it just the 5 of us?
No, there was a whole bunch of people.
Or was there more
there were a whole bunch of.
What happened to the rest?
We just
have
have numbers.
bunch. There were probably like 40. There were probably 40 kids. You don't know what happened.
Oh, that's right.
So
and they had different type of
2, 3, 4, and 5.
So I guess you guys.
So
you guys
1
were...
and then 6 through 40. Mm-hmm. Who knows where?
Yeah. Well, no, there were
different
types of numbers, right? Because there was
so
Roman numeral ones.
You heard the doctors talking about like sequences. So you figured out that like there were different experiments that were done on each different sequence of kids, and there were 5 kids to a sequence. So, so you guys did know each other because you were in the same sequence. You didn't spend all of your time together, but
I guess.
The reason why I'm bringing up, obviously, even though there's no like leads to go on, my character is always motivated to find out who was responsible for bringing us there. I would be willing to not take a bounty hunter job and spend our downtime while we wait to like go look for things.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Like go try to beat the information out of somebody.
So I basically assume that the memory wipe is part of the telepath.
I don't have a
final stage of training.
I don't have a full memory wipe though.
No, I do.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I did it or if somebody else did it.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if I can even do that.
You don't know why. You just know that all you know about the facility you've learned from these guys.
Right.
Who your memories start with them. You were together and you were outside of a facility.
So like we are.
Or rather, no, I guess you woke up in the facility and as you guys your memories start at leaving the facility.
Was the facility like in ruins? Nobody was there.
It wasn't in ruins. It was completely abandoned. Yeah.
One day.
Yeah.
We all just like woke up there.
What was that?
Well, I woke up.
You just woke up there. For them, it was a regular like night the night before, and then when they woke up in the morning, it was just completely gone.
Got to sleep in because expecting that wake up alarm. Nothing happened, so you just got.
Anyway, so what I'm just trying to get the group to decide how we want to spend our time because we could try and earn some more money on a thing. We could look for clues.
Do you want to go back to the facility and see what we can find?
Well, we already looked.
Do you think we're ready for
that? How in the context of where we are?
When we were there,
how far away is this facility?
But we're not gonna find anything else.
The facility.
It's been years,
and it's been scrubbed.
Yeah, it's pretty far away.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
because like if it was near, I would imagine that we would have probably gone back there more than once already.
I'm guessing you guys have gone back, and it was like the last time you guys went back, it was had been repurposed. Like
there's like nothing new to learn. Nothing new.
Maybe it even been like demolished. It wouldn't have been demolished. It was pretty hefty duty. But yeah, like, so when you went back, it was like a corporation had taken it over and turned it into some random bureaucratic.
Do you know
a school for unfortunate children?
Would we know the name of that corporation that took it over?
That took it over? Yes, it was Dawn. Dawn Corporation.
So we can find out.
So we can
we can where did they buy
contact from Dawn,
Dawn Enterprises.
Why do you want to know?
Why do I want to know?
Why don't you?
Because
I want to know.
This is our.
I want to know because my parents were murdered. The very last thing I remember before they brought me there was actually seeing my parents were murdered and I was taken away.
Well, how were they murdered?
I don't remember that.
So they're dead.
You don't remember how, but you remember them being murdered?
Yeah, it's like kind of like flashes of like, like
that's the past. Like, I mean, we're alive right now.
Blood.
Like, let's make our own life.
Well, with further training, I can help you access your deeper memories.
I'm trying to find out who's responsible, and then I'm gonna look for. Yeah, I'm just wondering, do you want to get into that now? Because we have a whole week of time to devote to something.
I think we should wait until we have some sort of lead to follow. Oh, we should definitely look up the Dawn.
Hey,
Dawn
you know,
this is what happens at every meeting. It's like we have got other things we got to do.
Just wait for it to happen. I'm sure something will pop up.
How about for part we asked to substitute part of the bounty for this mission for the info about the facility that Dawn took over
as part of the payment.
Part of the payment.
Sure.
Well, I don't know why. I wouldn't bring it up in that way. I feel like they would probably be able to just tell us without us bribing them.
Really? Because that seems kind of sketchy.
No, those are
just
records.
To ask.
Those are just records.
Like who owned this before you owned this?
Shouldn't those be public?
No,
records?
No, we need to know the stuff that's not going to be on public records. Why it got transferred over, how they came in, how they got it.
They're going to be more willing to give us like less
information is money.
They're going to give us better information that they might not give us otherwise. After we
already know Dawn took it. We're not going to find anything else.
I also don't think a corporation is. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but like a corporation's going to be swayed more by money anyway. Like, aren't they built out of money?
Yeah. So
like, how is our money going to make them more persuaded?
We do right by them. They'll do right by us.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We ask for this info, they give it to us, then, carrot stick, then we need the next bit, so, yeah.
Okay, so...
Dawn's been good on their deals.
I don't know what we're doing right now, though. What are we doing?
We're just going to prepare for our mission in the league.
Yep, so we're just sitting around eating pizza for a week.
That's not preparing.
It's like studying.
Pizzas, you got your lunch pizzas, you got your brunch pizzas.
Yeah, your lunchable pizzas.
Who knows how much
are you guys
going to
get any gear? Are you going to go shopping?
So what I'll do is I'll do some research on space-based illnesses.
So 7 days?
I'll
you don't know. He said in about a week.
About a week.
Psionics and micro drones and you.
You're gonna and I'll also do some research on how to stave space fever.
Is that like cabin fever?
So we have about 2,500.
There's some interesting psychological things that happen in space.
I have gold.
Like your body relies on like the sun for circadian rhythm for when to go to sleep and how to sleep. But when you're in space, you don't have that rhythm anymore.
Well, that's why we get
you don't really know any. You don't have any details.
I have 670 gold left over.
Yeah, I have personal stock too.
Yeah,
so we have approximately 200 or 2,500 to spend.
Well, I mean, subtract from that living expenses for a week.
I have.
Was it
2,500? Oh, the
said last session for
Fred Sticky found.
The Stitcher sisters also did do alterations because they're both the.
You're gonna get space-based alterations to your leather jacket.
You're just gonna get
back suit.
You're just gonna get neon. Yeah. You're gonna get neon LEDs in your skin, so you won't even need to be wearing your jackets. You could just go sleeveless and just like.
And then you can just tell people, "I am neon."
I mean business.
Yeah.
So do we need to buy vac suits, or would they be provided?
Yeah, I want to fix my jacket and maybe
we have no info.
Do up a
no details.
A sick neophyte spacesuit.
We should probably pick
a what
for ourselves.
A vac suit, but
you want a vac suit?
They're only 100.
But with lights.
But with lights, you got to keep the style.
Okay.
We're gonna pick up.
You want to buy a vac suit?
Or actually, no.
Do you have exosuit training? That's only for like putting it on quickly.
Well, wait. I have some kind of
vac suit without.
I have culture
because we should all get vac suits, just in case.
Yeah.
How
I mean,
much
we're
are
not
they?
100 gold.
Well, I want light.
Let me get the
pencil
in special styles.
Okay. Those with culture, spacer, or exosuit skills at 0 can ignore that penalty.
Yeah, I have culture.
Does it look?
It'd be like 20 for the alteration.
Does it look anything similar to this?
It could.
Yeah.
I will not. I will be taking that negative.
Wait, where's negative? What?
While wearing a vac suit, you get a -2 penalty to all hit rolls and skill checks that require movement. Those with Culture Spacer or Exoscoot skills at 0 or higher can ignore the penalty.
Yeah, same.
No armor can be worn with a vac suit, although itself grants an AC 7 to its wearer.
Oh, so that's the same as my jacket anyways.
We're each going to get a vac suit.
Yeah.
Write it down.
Yeah, and basically, normally in space,
no one can hear you scream.
No one can hear you scream, but you don't
But
wear
we
the vac
can
suit
because we're psychics.
You don't wear the vac suit all the time, generally.
Yeah. It's just more of, just in case, like, they're like, well, I'm sorry, we can't let you borrow this vac suit.
Nick screams in his mind.
Thing outside.
So is the vac
I'm
suit?
sorry,
there's
a hole in the side of the ship, and everybody's vented out into space. Who's wearing vac suits?
Thankfully, I wear this all the time.
So what are the vac suits like? Because for some reason, I was imagining more like the Evangelion or Gundam,
like this.
Yeah.
Or like just the bodysuits.
Exactly. They're like the thin bodysuit thing where
you want to go
with like a little puffy thing, and they just go.
You want to go?
And then.
Yeah, like a
sleep.
Thank you.
Like a NASCAR racer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Think
like
Gundam pilot more than astronaut.
Got it.
Well, I mean, they're getting some cooler spacesuits. I think the newest one is like a thin blue one.
They're working on getting closer to science fiction.
To the skin type.
Okay. So doing some shopping.
I'm doing research on spaceborne illnesses, as well as the psychological effects of space.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, no, there's plenty of info on that because it's not like you.
As
Hub
the
hasn't been cut out.
I'm gonna
space.
heal up
There's
all the
a whole
way.
faction that just does.
As the Project Reiki physician, I must be aware of these things.
Does my PowerPoints move up too?
Yeah, they reset at the beginning of the day.
Okay, cool. I'm back. I just want to be back to normal.
For healing, let's just do healing since everybody rested.
I'm definitely healing.
So when you go to sleep, you regain hit points equal to your level.
Yes.
Now, if you do nothing for the day, you will regain hit points equal to. Let me just find this.
Oh, we have a few. We have a week.
Yeah, I mean,
nothing could go
between
wrong
your week,
between then.
You're gonna get 14 hit points back, which is most likely all of them.
If you spend your day doing nothing but resting, you gain additional hit points equal to your level again,
17.
plus 2 more for every level of tech, medical, possessed by attending physician.
16, sorry.
And you regain 1 system strain.
Oh, I regain a system strain?
A single one.
Yeah.
But
you have lots.
System strain.
Yeah.
So everybody who was getting biopsionic healing, you want to track.
Just this guy.
So I go from a 16 to a 15.
Yeah.
Should we splurge on any new equipment for anyone?
Oh, it's going to be a system 1 for each day,
slab.
so you'll reduce it by 7.
Because I could
you shouldn't
use
have that much system strain.
a new weapon,
is
but
higher than your con.
I don't.
But
you only gain
expensive.
1 each time.
And it would have to be a lot.
So I only healed
because I put all my
one
money
time,
in
so
the
you should
party
be set.
fund.
What should I be at?
Oh, you're
at 0 after the week.
Yeah, that was my 420.
I thought that was the
That was all I
stick you
had.
found.
I had 0.
You had. So that wasn't really your person when you spent all of it.
Are you saying you need some cash?
Because I
no,
still
I'm
have
saying-
like 800 that I never spent.
JG.
What did you spend so much on?
I think I spent the most on my suit.
600 on the armored undersuit, 400 for the sniper rifle.
Well, that's why you underspent on the suit.
What?
Oh no.
No.
Yeah.
And then 200 low light goggles, 400 for a mag pistol, 100 for a compad.
Okay, that makes sense. It's a couple of things
to get the good suit that everybody else got.
Right.
So let's see. Maximillion's going clothing shopping. Cubes is doing research on spaceborne illnesses. Spaceborne. Illnesses that happen in space.
Yes. I mean, like the muscle dystrophy.
Yeah.
What is Lucas doing?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
I don't think I have anything else I need to
Watching
buy.
TV. Okay.
Yeah.
And what
Sleeping.
is Silas up to?
I'm just meditating.
Oh, okay. Trying to control that inner rage.
No, I need meditation to keep myself at the level that I'm already at.
Do you have like a web in your room where it was like Project Reiki and then little strings leading?
Where does it begin?
I would have like a notebook or a journal filled with writing.
Just
probably.
Large question marks
everywhere. There's
the facility.
What is Project Reiki?
None of it makes sense.
What is Reiki? Okay, so
Nick's
let's
his
see.
nickname was
Maximillion
be,
heads off
Memento.
to the Stitcher sisters.
Yes.
With did you bug
idea.
Lucas? Did you get him to give you some spending creds?
Well, I can just choose to not give my full
some
20.
spending gold.
I don't know. I assume I have part of the
what are you
shirt.
going to spend it on?
The shirt. I'm buying a vac suit and I'm making alterations to it for.
Well, that
So it already made the
Appearance.
deduction for the back suits.
Okay, but it's an extra 20 for the alterations.
So then, yeah, that works out. That brings us back down to even.
What?
Yep. All right. Alterations.
Okay, is anyone else buying any gear?
No, I don't think I need any
Okay,
gear.
so that is what's being bought.